Hamish from Boulevard, Singapore's home of premium property. I'm joined today by Navin Bafna.
Hello guys.
Navin is the branch director at PropNex. He's been in the industry for 8 years and he specializes in commercial strata, investment sales and family offices.
Yes, I do that.
Straight off the bat, how do your clients make money?
First by hiring me, and of course, not with that, sir, but the residential market, you are locked down for 4 years because of ABSD and SSD. So it's not easy to make money off. But in the commercial market, there is no lock-in, there is no additional stamp duty, there is no seller stamp duty. And the stamp duty differentiation, if you are a Singaporean, you are a PR or you're a foreigner, there is a different set of stamp duties. So depending on your citizenship or your visa status, the stamp duty changes. But for commercial, everybody is same.
Okay. And can you talk us through any of the key transactions that you're doing in that space?
Yeah. So in the month of November, I did a very major proportion in Suntec. We closed some deals. I think it's approximately 18,000 square feet, which I transacted in Suntec. And the best part, he was asking how I will make money. So my clients entered at 2,300 per square feet in Suntec, and we have exited at 2,650.
Wow.
So we made $300 in a span of few months. I did a lot of Centrum Square. It's a freehold office building. Very rarely in Singapore you can get that kind of an asset. I did few deals. I have done Samsung Hub. I have done Prudential Tower. Major chunk of my business comes from International Plaza, Central at Clarke, Eon Shenton, SBF Center. These are all strata office buildings.
And so in terms of trying to extract that value and turn a 2,300 per square foot asset into something like 2006, what are you looking for?
You look at the supply side. What are the units available? What are the pricing they are? Look at the market. Look at the tenant mix of that building. And the most important, what is the grade of the building? Now, when you go residential, I'll give you an example. You are asking about freehold, leasehold. But when you come to office, freehold, leasehold take a back seat. The most important is whether it's grade A, grade B, or grade C. So when I looked at Suntec and I said 2,300 for a grade A office building, just before that, I sold Prudential Tower, which is also a grade A, at 3,260 PSF. And now I'm getting Suntec for 2,300. It's a no-brainer. So it's not always about the building, it's about the overall relative market, because the commercial market is very small if you know it very well.
Yeah. So amidst all the tumult in the market right now, what's your strategy for 2020?
So for 2020, it's a time to you when you start looking at the commercial assets. It could be a retail space, it could be an office, it could be a shop house. Everyone should look into commercial assets, because in the last 7-8 years, as per my understanding, around 8 buildings new came to Singapore CBD. Not a single square feet was available for sale. They are only for rent. So when you have such a huge market, and all of these, now a lot of people are saying, oh, so much money, so much supply has come in, all of these units were empty. No, they are not empty. They are actually running in 90% of occupancy, in fact higher than that, but not a single square feet has been sold. Now look at the scenario that one building goes en bloc. All these people who have to move out and they start buying, do we have enough supply in Singapore to sell them those strata market? We don't have. So it will take only one en bloc to give you a double-digit returns in the next 3 to 6 months.
Right, and you'll be ready.
Yeah, I am.
So Navin, you had a life before real estate, if there is such a thing. Can you talk to that and also how it informs your approach now that you are in real estate?
I come from an finance background, accounting background. The most important part is having the research background. So I still use that same methods, I look at a lot of replacement value, intrinsic value. I look at a lot of the relative value.
And so for an investor who perhaps already has a couple of residential properties, but wants to dip a toe in the commercial market, what would you suggest their first steps be?
I think first of all, look at your TDSR, whether you can get a loan or not, because that's the most important thing. You should be able to afford the property. I strongly believe keep your leverage less, and it's not important that you should own a property just for the sake of it. If you can afford, if there's something which you see an investment potential, only then come forward. But if you have more than one residential, then I think it's a no-brainer to invest in commercial, because the stamp duties are too high to put another residential in your portfolio. So look at commercial. In commercial markets, start with an office. That's the easiest market to go into, less complicated.
Are there any particular projects that you have on the market right now that stand out?
I think given my forte, the office projects, there are two projects which I think is a great project to have a look. One is 111 Somerset. So I'm heading the project for Propnex at the moment. Now 111 Somerset, right, is one of the rare, in fact this is the only strata office space you can buy in Orchard Road. And then the other is Centrum Square. It's a brand new freehold building. One of the very first deals I did, I think it was 2015, Samsung Hub. Now Samsung Hub is a rare product. It is the only grade A building, it's a 999, which is a strata. That means you can buy. There is no other building in Singapore which is grade A, 999 year of freehold lease, and you can buy. So there was a unit, which is an individual strata unit, was sold in the market, and the seller was selling, and I sold that unit, which was around 3,100 per square feet. That time it was the most expensive unit in Samsung Hub ever sold. So I remember a friend of mine, a property agent friend of mine, calling me and say, Navin, do you think this will make money? This is the most expensive office at that period of time. Do you think the buyer will make money? And I was telling him, I don't know if he'll make money tomorrow or in 3 months, but if he can wait for 3 to 4 years, there is no way you can lose money in Samsung Hub. Now, 4 or 5 years down the line, the Samsung Hub, you can't buy individual units, you can buy floor plates. And the average transactions is around 3.5 to 3.6. And I'm talking about a 13,000 square feet floor plate transacting at 3.5, 3.6, where I have a small unit of 1,700. What should be the price today? 4,000 PSF, 3.9. Yeah. So did he made money? Yes, he made money. And you will be surprised. Every time I went back to the seller and say, would you sell? And he will say, no, do you have any else which I can buy?
Right. But the real question is, will the buyer at 3.9 make money in 4 or 5 years' time?
The question again remains the same. Will Singapore have another building which is grade A, freehold, 999, available in the market for sale? If the day there is another product, you will have your answer. Till the day Samsung Hub is the only building, yes, everybody will make money. It is not an asset. It's like Patek Philippe. You buy to pass it to your next generation.
Right.